as we do that, please get yourselves nice and comfy. And let's see what we've got. Okay, I'll leave a playlist at the end of the video if you want to see the rest. It's honestly really fun seeing all the cards that we've been through so far in our journey. And this one looks to be a fun one. Now honestly, I remember the box, but I'm not remembering the deck too much. And in each of the suits, you can see different types of little scratcher tickets or lottery etchings inside. A very cool deck. I think this is probably from our 200s, maybe early 200s. But a cool one to start off our night. It makes me think and wonder where we'll be at when this collection is all said and done. Alright, we have the spicy noodles deck. Now these types of decks I really enjoy. The little extra attention to detail here. Pause that, get a good look. And I really enjoy these cards too. I remember when we first opened them, they came in a spicy noodle plastic bag, which was not savable, but still. If you've ever had these noodles in question, you know they are absolutely amazing. There was a point in time where I'd go through and have 2 servings at once. No issue. And now when I try having that twice as hot, it's a little bit tough. I need some water actually, but still a very nice deck. Simple back design. Nice little part of our collection. Ooh, I just realized picking a favorite out of these is going to be incredibly hard. Alright. Minted chocolate chip deck. Similar to the last one with the little nutrition facts. So let's give a run through here. This one has a nice little soft reflective back. Nice jokers, nice minty coloring on the red cards. Alright, question. What is your favorite ice cream? Now be specific. If yours is like Haagen-Dazs, whatever, let me know. Because I've been wanting to try a new ice cream for a while. My favorite ice cream is Halo Top. And that is just some of my favorite stuff altogether. So we have a burger here, obviously. Got burgers on the side. I think I picked out this deck because obviously burgers are fun. And it might have been influenced by Bob's Burgers. Funny as that may be. So let's take a look at these cards. Little burger shop in the front. And the face cards have their burgers in hand. And spatulas. And this begs the question too. What is your favorite burger? Alright, favorite burger for me. Growing up, I could tell you in a heartbeat. Double Western Bacon Cheeseburger from Carl's Jr. The thing now, I have no idea. There are different aspects I enjoy about different burgers, the glitch deck. It's kind of a generic answer, but it's the first one that came to mind. But In-N-Out double extra onion, lettuce, and tomato is pretty satisfying. I remember being so excited for this deck. Nice little art on the front. The thing that I was most disappointed about was the back design. They put a decent amount of effort on the front, but here I could see pretty much exactly how they did that one. But still not a bad deck. Alright, since we're still on the food subject, let's bring out some popcorn playing cards. Now, I'm not going to ask you about any popcorn here, because I doubt you have a strong opinion on popcorn. But I do. About 4 years ago, that was my favorite snack of choice, because it was decent in calories, had a fairly high fiber to protein ratio in those calories. And what I'd like to do is get some top ramen seasoning and some sprayable fake butter on it, air pop it, and just go to town with about, oh, that's the real back design. This is just for the box. It was so good. I haven't done it in a while. Maybe I should, but I'd probably have 2 movie theater sized buckets of popcorn, and that would be my dinner. Right, next we have the nightclub deck. Now, I'm not really a club person, but I saw this deck and thought it looked promising. Plus it's purple, you know, I like myself some purple. Got a magic card. Some bartenders right there. And yeah, okay, I remember that queen. I remember that dude. Remember that. Okay, now it's coming back to me. Not a bad deck. Come to think of it, I like it still. It's interesting looking at the decks from earlier in our journey to now, and seeing how they changed in style and in preference, but that one still holds up. So far, I'd say my favorite deck of these is probably the spicy noodle still. It goes that, the scoops, and popcorn. This deck, I didn't like the art at first, but it grew on me. I was not expecting it to look a little terrifying. The colors were nice, but a little off-putting. Not a bad deck, though. Very durable and a nice look throughout. On the back design, a reflective rainbow effect. And I think they're probably about 7 different versions of that same deck. Oh yes, the monkey business deck. You know I had to get a monkey deck in here. Old style card, standard, simple, sweet. I like this type of face design a bit. It's a nice little mix-up of old school art design compared to the regular standard bicycle that we have, and with the slight variation on the font. Alright, what is next? Oh yeah. These cards. I had such high expectations for the Naughty Dog deck. It looks nice. It has a cute box, as you can see, with little borks on the inside. Lovely, lovely art design. But its biggest issue is its texture. has this very fake, weird card design that I'm not a fan of, and you can see that dog has a pair on it. And the thing I remember about these decks weren't the pairs, but the butts, since it seems they emphasized getting little buttholes in there. Or is that just the wrong memory? And if so, don't be concerned, because that is going to be in our naughty dog or naughty cat deck. But it's a nice deck, but if you have a little texture thing where things just seem off sometimes, it's not for you. I don't like it too much just for its texture alone, even though the art is very nice. Okay, the liquid cat deck is the same people, obviously. Oh, who remembers those cats? I love it. I'm pretty sure this is where I remember the little cat butts. Oh, really? Well, it is a Japanese company, I think, so that's pretty. There's one of them. Pretty normal to get that detail in there. Another little butthole. Oh, I think I've exceeded the butthole limit of the night. But these actually have a better texture than the naughty dog deck for whatever reason. Somebody timestamp this, please, and just leave this there for them right now. Oh, Bubba sounds good right now. But this deck has a much better texture than the naughty dog. By far, it doesn't have that gross synthetic feel, but a natural card texture, which is very odd. Alright. Dunkers. Obviously, an Oreo themed deck. Back to the questions. Gotta know your favorite Oreo. My favorite Oreo. Ooh, love the coloring on this one too. That's right. My favorite Oreo is the cinnamon roll golden cookie Oreo. I remember that I had not eaten Oreos in a long time in high school, and then I found those at Target. I gave them a try and I went through the entire package in like 2 days. And if you've never had them before, they're pretty good. They're not the best, but it's a pretty solid choice for somebody who enjoys cinnamon. Ooh, the Mars deck. So, a lot of these decks have been introduced on our solitaire journey, but some of them, and I believe this is one of them, have been introduced on our Members Lost Episodes series. And I remember I kind of searched for decks for that specific series, and I really enjoy the little color pattern and back design. It's kind of similar to a toxic waste feel, which is really cool. Like, you know, when you see an oil spill in the parking lot or something, and you just look at it, and you see a little swirl of colors. That one is really fun. The Super Bees deck. Now this one was such a letdown in its debut. You'll see why soon. Excellent texture, by the way. It has such a nice feel and in-person touch. But, as you can quickly see, they're hard to see. And when you take them back, you can't really tell red and black too well apart. Definitely better for when you're playing in person. Queens deck. I really like this one. This is a Joker and Thief brand deck. I saw this one and I really wanted to get it because it has this foil texture in it on the back. And I like it when decks have a skeletal look when done well. Foil integration in the cards. And a far different art style than the usual. And honestly, I like seeing more of a feminine look on cards because we have such, as you see, most of the cards are pretty much the same in a sense, but this one emphasizes the art design of the queens in a way that's different, and same with the jacks. It's a little eerie, reminds me a little bit of an older version of Phantom of the Opera, and they're very thick and hefty, durable, guaranteed, durability guaranteed. Hyper Neon. This feels like it came out before our 500th video, solitaire video. I like the back design. Face cards are pretty cool. Looks like we had a victory with our last play. And you know what? This one's pretty nice. I'm surprised we haven't played with it more. Gives me a little bit of a 7-Eleven feel with the sides. Alright, favorite deck, Recount, Cat, Noodle, and I think these two. But now we have a contender. This one is the Cyberware deck. It doesn't say it on there, but I've just enjoyed this one for so long. As soon as opening it, you could see why with the nice comic style art. The coloring, the little cyber background. The art style is just something I really enjoy. This is by Third Way Industries, and I really enjoy how they do their face cards and the coloring patterns of their regular cards. Just look at that. Very cool. This one is definitely top 10 all time for its own reason. It's kind of fun looking through the Pepsi deck, and liking different decks for completely different reasons. For example, you might like something about this deck, but not like it in this deck. Promotional deck by Hoyle. I really like Hoyle's font and face cards. A little long in the face, but it doesn't take anything away from the quality and feel of these cards. Alright. Coke or Pepsi? Go. Alright, next two are a pair. The Breaking Bad decks. I believe I have no idea now. I found one of these first and the other one was hard to find. Fairly simple. Gotta love it. Any fan would love this deck. The only thing I don't like about these types of cards sometimes is that they are different upside down and the other, but this one is done very well. Madrigal, Toxic, Biohazard, all the characters you love and enjoy. There's Mike, Skylar, Hank, Asac, Schrader, Heisenberg, Flynn, and Gus, with a nice, simple, fitting background. Now, the blue deck is, I believe, slightly different with the just to make sure. I like this back design way better than the others. Okay, I think it's the same actually. Oh wait, no, it seems different, doesn't it? Maybe I'm just crazy, but it does seem different. Now for you Breaking Bad fans out there, would you want this deck? And well, that's an obvious duh, but which deck would you want of these two? And you gotta go with the crystal blue. Here we go. Next deck. Very similar to the Mars deck. By the same people, the Ultra deck. The group is called Gemini. They're kind of inconsistent with their cards, but they are still very enjoyable to play with and look at. Pretty simple, pretty sweet. Alright, let's see. Let's go with this one. Twisters, pretzels. Fairly recently used on our channel. The nutrition label in the back. Pretzel design. Now why I like this deck is that it's very rare to find this color scheme of a deck, and the fact that it's done well just makes it very nice. It reminds me of like the 70s or 60s Americana home design or home decoration, and I like it. Like this deck, I like it just because it's put together well. It just matches itself. And that's harder to do than you'd think with certain decks. Alright, the Swish deck. Another little 90s art feel. Kind of reminds me of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. When I first saw it, living in color. All that fun stuff. And I really enjoy the little squiggles throughout this one. And the absence of color in the face cards. It's kind of cool. For everything being so colorful. I'm not even going to say my favorite decks anymore. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think this is a satellite or NASA deck. Oh yeah, this one is I think different with like every card on the back. This one's pretty trippy. Don't do any psychedelics and play with this, or play anything with this. Just don't do psychedelics unless you're safe and with a friend. If you're gonna do something stupid, make sure you do it safely stupid. And you could quote me on that. But I do not condone doing stupid activities that are illegal. Yeah, the back cards are what really make this one unique. Again, usually the lack of conformity is a little off-putting in a deck of cards, but for this one, it makes it really nice. The Nexus deck looks promising, but I believe it was a little bit of a letdown. This might be from our 525th special, one of those types of special markers. Oh, wait a second. This isn't too bad. Nice sized font, different art style. I love the numbering. Ooh, I really like the numbering. That one's a bit weird. Don't know why it's inconsistent. consistent now. I don't like it as much. And it kind of reminds me of rings in the back, but not bad. A couple more decks left. Let's go with the Sakura Solo Kit deck. We have quite a few of these Solo Kit decks. Honestly, they're hit and miss. And I think this one might have been a soft hit. Very interesting texture throughout, but a pleasant back design. These deck of cards really are, like if you like gambling, this is probably the type of brand for you. You never know if it's going to be good or bad. Hate to say it, but I think we have enough of a sample size. Orbit. Oh, what the heck? Alright, so each card has been carefully designed and crafted in this deck. I think you could say that with most art style decks. It's not bad. I always like the RPG pixelated look. Alright, another question. Favorite RPG game? The obscurer the better. Pleasant back design. I was not expecting that back design with the colored box we have. 3 more decks. Let's drop them here. Diablo. Another Gemini deck. These two are Gemini. This one's fairly new. Again, fairly certain this was part of the Lost Episodes series. Just really decent cards. And love the back design. Reminds me of like a Dragonfire like feel. That makes no sense, but I think we all know we're talking about like a cool, hot thing going on. The fried chicken deck. My butt loves some fried chicken and they smell. Yep, still smells like some fried chicken. It is such an interesting deck. You got the fried up chickens on the back. Chickens with cards. And all throughout, fried chicken. Alright, gotta hear it. What's your favorite fried chicken? I think some of my favorite fried chicken is Dave's Hot Chicken and Popeyes. Pretty known restaurants. Gotta love it. Okay, last deck. The surprise deck. The shiny surprise deck. And only 666 of these were made. And as they were before, a pain in the butt to open up. But what's inside is worth the hassle. Let me show you these cards if you haven't seen them before. Reflective. Cool. Just unlike most cards you've seen. And they are just so nice, so well put together. Good texture. And there's like nothing bad about them, Have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night, and until we meet again,